Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 2023 and another part of the Journeyman with Leeds United. Today we take on our old club Fulham away from home before taking on Manchester United at home, looking for revenge for the 2 defeats in the last episode. Thank you for the support on the series so far. I know you guys are really enjoying the Leeds chapter of this story, and we're doing pretty well this season, which always helps, and fingers crossed we can get into the Champions League. That would be awesome if we could do that. We've got 15 games to go this season, so this match against Man United today will be a big one, and we've certainly been in good form recently. Since you were last with me against Man United, we have gone unbeaten. We beat Brighton 2-0 at home. Vitinha getting a goal there and an own goal late on sealing the deal. And then, best result of the season so far, 4-1 away at Anfield. It was a terrific performance. We have to simply watch the highlights to this one. It really was a really good match for us. And honestly, I thought we weren't going to win it. But we had a disallowed goal as well. Could have been 5-1, but the pressing was just on point. Vitinha there with the opening goal of the match. Offside call, or close to offside, didn't happen. Then there was a header from Scalvini to level things up, and then we were pushing forward again, 27 minutes. Mariano got it through to Namaso. Brilliant goal from him, and he is a superstar from that sort of range. Again, another tight offside call there. Aronson then ran forward a couple of minutes later and whipped one into Vitinha, who made it 3-1. And I was thinking, wow, this could actually happen. We could beat Liverpool at Anfield. And then Namaso got it just before half-time, whipped it in towards Aronson, who absolutely laced it into the back of the net, and it finished Liverpool 1, Leeds United 4, and it really was a terrific result. And we've had 2 victories against Liverpool in December, and hopefully we will be able to continue that form going on for the rest of this season. We are currently in 6th place in the Premier League. We're 4 points off Liverpool in the Champions League spots, because we then followed that up with 2 more draws, which were disappointing, especially this one. We were ahead twice in this game through Nauf and Peter Murray, but against Leicester just couldn't get going. Even though we dominated the match, couldn't quite grab a goal. So, we did manage to complete a signing of a new defender, Jose Manuel Olmo, a 24-year-old Spanish centre-back. Very good heading, very good tackling. He is only 5'11", so I'm interested to see how he develops, but we've signed him for £40 million once all of the bonuses and stuff goes through. But he's had a very good time of things over in Scotland, doing a good job there. I thought he was going to be a good backup. 40 million, I know it's a lot of money, but I hope money well spent. I think he will come good. And we have said goodbye to Lara Harrison and Emerson Royale, who have gone for a combined £50 million, essentially. So that gets us going a little bit with the transfers, so we can be happy about that. We have got a few more on the back burner, keeping an eye on the scout reports, trying to focus on homegrown talent, really, so that we can fill out our squad for the last half of the season. Struggling to find any sort of centre-backs. I mean, there's Tyler Fredrickson, but championship defender, you know, it's not really what you want. I mean, I'm sure he would be good at this level, but you know, he's not doing special things in the championship, so yeah, it does make me think maybe he's not the one to have a look at. There's Michael Robinson, 22-year-old from Manchester City. Again, could be somebody that we look at. He's 6'4", definitely a big defender, very good mentally, and potentially could be the sort of signing that you're looking for. But I don't know, maybe we need to ask the agent about him. He is extremely keen, to be fair, so we might pop a little inquiry in for him. That would be somebody that could contribute to the English quota and also is a solid centre-back. Other than that, though, there's not a great deal out there. This guy looks interesting, actually. Rodrigo De Vic. Brazilian. Not very good heading. Decent tackling, decent marking. Again, could be somebody that we look at. 4.5-star potential, but 61 million, just not going to be able to get that sort of money together in time. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, squad performances. Top goal scorer is Vitinha with 16 from 16. 5 for Alvaro, who hasn't scored for a long time now. 4 for Namaso. Top assists is still Navarro with 8. 6 for Namaso as well. And 4 each for Kone and Aronson. Top average rating then is Edgar Navarro with a 7.21. Quesadai has a 7.11 and Vitinha a 7.08. Right, let's have a look at the team for today. We're going for a pretty strong squad for this one. Everybody pretty much back to full fitness. We have had pretty much a week of rest, I believe. At least that's what I scheduled into the calendar. Yeah, we have had virtually a week of rest to just recover from a really, really busy Christmas period. And then we've got another week's worth of training before the Manchester United game. It might not work. We will see. Fingers crossed we can do something. Something that could be a disaster is Arthur Tiata wants to look at his options before the end of his contract. We try to convince him otherwise, but yeah, that could be a big problem for us because he has been a very important player the last couple of seasons. Okay, by the end of next season, he will be 32, so coming towards the end of his career, but he's still our best player, so we need to keep an eye on that. But these are the 11 that we're playing today. We've got Lunin starting in goal with Santos, Olmo, Tiata and Mizogen in defence. We've then got Casadei and Kone in the defensive midfield positions with Aronson, Mayano and Navarro starting behind Vitinha up top. So let's get into it and see how we get on. I don't really know why I clicked don't show this again. I didn't mean to do that. That could be a bit annoying if we accidentally click through too many continues. Never mind. But of course, Fulham, away from home, it just had to happen at some point, didn't it? And hopefully we can show them what they're missing. We had a torrid time at Fulham. But you look at that team and you think, well, Suarez is one of ours. Don't know how many of them actually are our lot. I know Ruud van Nistelrooy has done a decent job there, but I would like to see how many of them are still playing. So Ugurkan Kakia, I don't know how they managed to get him into the Championship. Andre Suarez was one of ours. McTominay, of course, was still there when we were. Granger was there. Alex Scott we brought. Chris Giles was already there. Cesar Palacios on the bench. Sergio Camilo, wow, I'm surprised he's managed to work his way back in. Pepe's in there as well. Matty Cash, it looks like Umpierrez. Looks like a lot of our guys have been put to the bench. Probably a good thing. We didn't do so well at Fulham. But we found a good home at Leeds. We're enjoying our time here. I do think we can achieve good stuff at Leeds United, and I think it could well be the club that we end up winning a Premier League at if we can keep building the side, you know, getting rid of the deadwood when we can and being brutal about that. Here's Edgar Navarro with the shot early on. Not much of a goal scorer, that is one thing about him, but we have been playing him on the left a little bit more recently, just trying to switch things up match to match to try and trick Football Manager basically into not seeing us play the same team every single match. So yeah, but yeah, we'll have a good look at Olmo today. Fingers crossed he should be of a good enough level to at least perform well in this sort of match. Here's Herrero on the right hand side for Fulham, gets it to Scott. Here's Alex Scott, whips it in towards Giles, and it is headed away. Here's Suarez on the left hand side. Can he whip it in? He can, and there's Giles with the header just over the bar. And interestingly, he has popped up on some of the scout reports, but we never seen him as too much of a goal scorer. He did score some towards the end of our time in the Championship, but I still don't think he's a serial goal scorer. And You know, we've got Vitinha. I think Peter Murray is coming good as well. So yeah, I think we're good on that front. Alvaro, I think, will come good in the future. We give him a... Oh my goodness, that was nearly an own goal. But yeah, we'll see. That nearly did drop over the line. Thank goodness it didn't. We have been the slightly better team so far, but haven't really created any chances of note. Santos switches the play towards Mizogen now. Good ball forward to Navarro. Can he whip it in towards Vitinha? It's Navarro. He cuts in himself and he shoots, and it's a decent save from Ugurkan, but you would expect from that position that Navarro whips it a low across the middle of the box and tries to get Vitinha on the end of it. Didn't happen there though. Right. Let's see if we can get them going for the second half. We'll give them about 10 minutes and then we'll make 3 or 4 changes just to try and spice this team into life. Navarro with the corner. Casadei against his old club, and it's a good save by Ugurkan there. Well, that's a terrible kick straight to Mizogen, and we're pushing forward again on this left-hand side. Can he whip it in? He brings it back. It's Kone now. Navarro Mayano nearly got the goal there. Right, another 5 minutes or so, and then we will make some changes. Navarro not having the best of games. So here we go. Let's see. Navarro's going to come off. We're going to put on... I mean, Aquino can play out there, funnily enough. I don't know where Namato's on international duty. Right, we'll bring Jorge on, and we'll bring Peter Murray on. Mayano can come off for Gibbs-White, and I'm going to move Aronson on for Alvaro. We've been giving Alvaro a little run on the right-hand side. He's done all right, to be honest with you. And what we don't want is a replay. I'd rather go out than have a replay. Here's Jorge, gets it into Peter Murray. It's into Alvaro, but he is offside. That is one of the really frustrating things about Murray. He just seems to get offside so much. Jorge into the middle. Tiata with the header over the bar. It just doesn't look like we're going to get a goal here. It's really quite frustrating, but our fitness should hopefully come through in these final 10 minutes. Here's Kone. Gets it to Jorge now. On the left here. This is a good run forward from him. Oh, that's a good tackle though. And now Fulham on the counter-attack. Here's Palacios. Great ball towards Pepe, who's picked up a knock actually. Palacios. Forward towards Pepe. And this is looking more like Fulham. And it's Sotil. Oof. Just wide. Alright, we're going to go very attacking now. Come on, boys. We got 10 minutes to go. We can make one more substitution. Well, we'll watch this highlight first. Palacios. That's forward, but Santos will easily cut that out. Thiago Santos to Olmo. Here's Kone. Tiata. Tiata on the ball. Great ball forward towards Jorge. Jorge forward to Peter Murray. Great chance for Peter Murray, who puts it into the back of the net. And it is 1-0 to Leeds United. And that was an awesome move. And Jorge with the assist there as well. He's started to come good recently. I think he's starting to settle into the side nicely. And we are just building a very, very nice squad that we can rotate around. We can rely on a great number of players, and that's all you really want. Cash whips it into the middle. Suarez was there. It's whipped in again. Oh, it's gone in. Pepe has scored. Fulham are back in it. And I'm so tempted to throw the match at this point. We just do not want to replay it. Can we get another goal? I don't know. Have we got anybody that can really make a difference here? I mean, we could do something like this. Really go attacking. Put him in the middle. Push these forward a bit. Maybe even go 3 up top. Jorge in the middle. Like that. Alvaro can be a pressing forward on attack. Yeah, he can... Whoops. He can do that. Let's see. Here we go. 5 minutes left. We've got a corner. It's going to be Jorge, whips it in. Tiara's there with the header and he gets it in. Finally, a corner goes right. Oh, now we've got to change it all. Well, I tell you what, let's go to that. That should sort things out nicely. We can put Gibbs White in the defensive midfield position. We can swap them two. Yeah, that looks all right. That's fine. Goodness me. That was a brilliant header from Tiara. We haven't seen it too much this season, I'm going to be honest. You know, the far post corner routine. And there it goes. And 5 minutes of added time. Here's Peter Murray with a free kick over the bar. I mean, that would have been awesome if he'd scored that. Right, we're going to go defensive now. 3 more minutes of added time. I think we're going to hang on. And it is indeed victory in our return to Craven Cottage, and that one feels good, and especially the way that we did it as well. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a match we should have won more comfortably. Don't get me wrong about that, but it sets us up for the Manchester United match quite well. Fingers crossed we can build on that result in the FA Cup, and maybe even, you know, get to the latter stages. Where does it want us to do? Reach the quarterfinals. So, you know, we're going to have to do a good job to get through. South Shields are playing Man City. That's an awesome match. Hey, at the First Cloud Arena as well. Oh, they've had it. Wow, they're 6th in League 2. What a run they've had. Stockport County are top of League 2 as well. It's all going well for the clubs that I keep an eye out for. Let's see how Portsmouth are doing while we're doing all of this. Where are Portsmouth? They're 10th. Not too far off the top of the league, though. Luke Cundall still knocking around down there. Logan Pye still in there as well. Let's have a look at that Portsmouth team. Oh, now we're seeing that all of them have gone. Lyle Kessel, he was somebody coming through the youth system. Josh Murdoch, of course, one of our signings there. Sam Curtis is still there. Reece Russell-Denny. Interesting. Latte is still there. I cannot believe Latte is still there. We allowed him to leave years ago, and he's still there. Jake O'Brien is still a thing. 29 years. I mean, he might be worth a scout report, you know. Let's get him scouted, because he is a really solid defender. And he would really solve an issue with backup. And he's also, I assume, Jake O'Brien is homegrown. Maybe not, actually. That's a bit annoying. Huh. Okay. How are Fulham doing? Let's have a look in the Championship. Fulham are 4th. Okay, Wolves are absolutely walking the league this year, which you would expect them to be able to do. But, well, there you go. Let's go and beat Manchester United now, shall we? Right then, here we are for the Manchester United match. The Michael Robinson deal did go through. We managed to bring him in for 40 million or 43 million pounds. Very, very good signing, I think. He is very good mentally. I do think he will improve with the amount of first-team football he's going to get with us. He's been very solid for Manchester City for many, many years. So, yeah, looking forward to that. We are going to put Vitinha as a pressing forward. I completely forgot that that was his preferred position. So we might even get better performances from Vitinha. But yes, Lunin will start and go with Santos, Robinson, Tiara and Mizogen in defence. We've then got Casadei and Kone in a defensive midfield with Navarro, Mayano and Jorge stand behind Vitinha up top. Lots of strength on the bench. You know, Aronson could come in for Mayano, but I do quite like Mayano. I think he is a good player, so try to get some minutes into him as well. He is only 20 years old, so fingers crossed, you know, we've got somebody good there. But lots of strength on the bench, as you can see. And yeah, it was a toss of a coin of whether I wanted to start Peter Murray today. I do fancy that he is starting to come good. So yeah, we're going to keep going with that. But you know, Vitinha is going to be somebody that I think is going to turn up for a big match against Manchester United. That was the main reason behind it. But yeah, I'm really pumped for this. I want to win against Man United. I want to win the Roses Derby. It's our third Roses Derby of the season. We did get Norwich in the fourth round of the FA Cup, and South Shields unfortunately lost 2-0 to Manchester City. So, you know, we can't have the fairy tale in that one. But Manchester United currently top of the league. They've only played 22 matches this season. They're a long way off schedule. And a long way ahead at the top. So it's looking like Man United are going to win their first Premier League title since 2013, by the looks of it. Here's Mizogen, gets it to Thiago Santos into the middle. That was a beautifully whipped cross. But unfortunately, Jorge couldn't get there. But here's Moyano. Moyano with a chance, and it's a good save from Henderson. But you feel maybe Aronson would have finished that. Anyway, here's another corner. Jorge into the middle. Tiana's there with the header. Oh, side netting. But the first 10 minutes, we are the ones pushing hard for that deadlock breaker. Here's Mizogen. Good ball forward towards Jorge. He can't quite get there, but Skip gets it away. Now here's Robinson on his debut. Thiago Santos to Casadei. Brilliant ball forward towards Navarro. I think he might be offside, and it's Vitinha. Well, I think because the Manchester United player touched it, I think Navarro was back on side there. Let's just try and get our head around this. So Santos, Casadei over the leaves, definitely offside there. He leaves it alone. Yep, then, yeah, Gavidol hits it. Navarro gets it back, crosses it into Vitinha, and it's 1-0 Leeds United. Controversy in a Manchester United Leeds match. I don't think you're talking about the right match there. But we are 1-0 up, and that is brilliant. Right, let's have a look at the league table. If this was to finish as it currently stands, we'd be within 2 points of Liverpool for fourth place with a game in hand. And we'd be helping out our good pals Newcastle in second position in the title race. They'd be 8 points behind, but Man United would still have 2 games in hand over the Toon, which is just bonkers, isn't it? Here's Woodward, gets it to Aarons. Surely that's not Max Aarons playing at right back for Manchester United. Here's Trinchau. Casadei cuts it out, and Lunin gets it away. That's good, and here's Jorge now. Looking very good. Brilliant ball over the top, and here's Vitinha. Can he make it 2? Yes, he can. Vitinha finishes it, and what did I say about a big game player like Vitinha? And he has got 2 goals in this match now, and that was a beautiful tackle from Jorge, and a lovely ball there outside of his left boot, and well, Vitinha's just not going to miss from that sort of range, and it's now Leeds United 2, Manchester United 0. Absolutely wonderful. I do need to check whether that's Max Aarons. That would be hilarious if that was the case. What do we say? I mean, yeah, let's just keep it up. There's really no reason to worry. It is Max Aarons. How old's he? 31. I can't believe he's at Manchester United. But he is going to now inevitably score a second-half hat-trick to silence us. But 60 minutes gone. Miano's going to come off. We're going to put Aronson on. And Ramadani has just come back from injury. So we're going to give him a few minutes towards the end of this match. You know, he's got sort of half an hour to bed himself back in alongside Casadei there. He shouldn't have to play at right back at centre back anymore, because we have signed 2 very solid replacements. We're going to put Soppy on the right hand side. We probably need a goalkeeper. I think Lunin has done a terrific job this season, but star rating wise, we could do better. And maybe in the summer, if we do qualify for Europe, that's where a big chunk of money is going to go towards, because every other position on the field I'm very happy with now. You know, left back, right back, up front we're very happy with as well. I don't think we can take Vitinha off, but we could move him onto the left and put Peter Murray up top, because I do want to see what Murray can do in this last 10 minutes if he does get a chance. Here's Tierney. Gets it to Hincapie, is it? Hincapie? Skip. Now to Vaz Silva. And now here's Vaz Silva again to Aarons. Oh, and Vitinha wins it back. I mean, he has just been brilliant today. Ramadani gets it to Mizogen. Here's Casadei. Ramadani again. Oh, loses it, and that's just a little lack of match sharpness there, and that's maybe my fault for rushing him back into the action against Manchester United, and it is 2-1 now, and this opens up a very nervy finish. There's nothing we can do tactically to change this now. I mean, Man United have been virtually anonymous in this match. It would be very undeserved, and it won't be undeserved because we have got over the line, and we've got all 3 points against the big rivals, Manchester United. We've won the Roses Derby. We've beaten top of the table, and I'd love to see, you know, one of those Sky graphics where it shows us how many points we've got against top 6 opposition, because we have done a terrific job this season of that. Now, of course, top 6 in the terms of 2031 are probably different to the top 6 of real life at the moment. But, you know, I'm looking at this. Man City, we drew 0-0. We drew 1-1 against Chelsea. We then went to beat... well, we lost against Newcastle 4-0. They're probably a top 6 side now. But we beat Arsenal away from home. We beat Tottenham away from home. We beat Liverpool at home, then lost to Man United away, beat Liverpool away, and now we've beaten Man United at home. We've got a very good record against all teams, to be honest with you, but it is the ones lower down the table that we seem to struggle against, and we'll see how we get on for the rest of the season. But we're now 2 points clear of West Ham in 6th place. They're presumably going to win their match and go back above us into 5th. But if we were to win our next match, we could go above Manchester City. In our game in hand, we could go above Manchester City into 4th place. But it's going to be an exciting end to the season. I think that's for sure. We've got Man City coming up, actually. That's a big game away from home, but we're not going to come back for that. I think we'll sort of play a decent chunk again before our next couple of matches. I think those two are going to be massive. The 2 home games against Newcastle and then double defending champions Arsenal. Don't think Arsenal are going to go 3 in a row. They're currently in 8th. Newcastle in the title race, 8 points behind Man United, but Man United do have 2 games in hand. It is just going to be interesting to see how the rest of the season goes. So we will be back for those 2 matches against Arsenal and Newcastle in the next episode. If you have enjoyed that, then give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more Football Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.